Greetings everybody and welcome to a new video. My name is Fuko and today we are looking at the Draconyx. This is gonna be a shorter video because the Draconyx is an early game mount and it came out like 2 weeks ago, and this is how they look like. They look kinda like an overgrown Pego Mustrux in my opinion, and they come with different hairstyles. I think there are 3 different hairstyles in the game. The long mohawk, the medium long one, and there are also some that are bald or almost bald. So what is this thing good for? I'm telling you right now. First of all, the saddle unlocks at level 15, so you can sadly not mount them from level 1 onwards, but you can tame them very early, because they are a passive tame. You just have to walk up to them and feed them berries. So it's much easier than knocking out a para or a trike in the early game, making them the perfect first mount for starting survivors. They are able to farm a lot of berries. They don't have a giant weight pool, so be ready to empty them a lot. And with their right mouse button, they harvest huge amounts of fiber. They are incredibly good at harvesting fiber from berry bushes. Also extremely helpful in the early game. What makes them also extremely helpful is that they are also something like a raptor, because these herbivores can actually farm hide and meat. I can probably... Oh, Pego. I'm just killing you guys. As you can see, with their right mouse button, they can not only harvest fiber, but also hide and meat, making them a perfect early game mount, because you can basically harvest all your needs that you like, all the early game resources that you can possibly need. They also have a small cute jump. Otherwise, there's not much to this dino. It is just a pure early game mount that should help you progress in this giant game of Ark Survival Ascended. So there is one little passive that makes these guys truly unique, because they amplify your damage on melee weapons that you use while you are mounted. So the higher the melee damage of the Draconyx, the higher the output of your melee damage weapons that you are using while mounted. Sadly, it doesn't work on ranged weapons. It would be really nice if it would. That's a little criticism that I have on this mod. I would really like this passive to work on ranged weapons as well, so you can use it to knock out stuff much faster. But that's the only criticism I have on this mod. And this is the reason why I put down this training dummy, because I'm gonna show you what the difference truly is between the melee damage output that you can achieve with these things. I have a primitive sword with a normal damage of 100%. I'm showing you right now how much my damage is. I'm dealing 89 damage to the body and 269 damage to the head. And now I'm gonna show you how high the damage output actually is with the 772 melee damage Draconyx. And let me try to align myself here. That's the hardest part. That's not right here. I'm dealing 391 damage to the body and 1175 to the head, which is an incredibly high increase in damage output. So these things can actually help you survive for a prolonged period of time in the early game to reach the higher levels by just aiming something like a spear or a sword from their back and slaying away on these little annoying predators that come up to you and give you such a hard time. Could be especially helpful on maps like Scorched Earth, where you are constantly getting completely destroyed by raptors, dire wolves, and terror birds in the early game. So these could actually be your best friends on maps like these. I already tested it. It only works on melee weapons, but it works on all the melee weapons. It works on swords, it works on spears. It actually also works on chainsaws. It amplifies and sometimes even triples the damage of chainsaws. But sadly, it doesn't increase your harvest yield. It only decreases the time that it actually needs to harvest a corpse. So if you kill a Bronto and you use a chainsaw on its body, you harvest it like 3 to 4 times faster while you are mounted on this thing in comparison to if you would dismount. So yeah, this was already all there is to the Draconyx. As I said before, the only criticism I have is that I wish it would give you some sort of damage increase to your ranged weapons. I know that would probably make it a little bit OP, but ranged weapons wouldn't have to be that high of an increase in comparison to the melee weapons. It would already help a lot if it would be like 20 to 30%, so you could actually knock out stuff much faster with something like a crossbow or like a, what is that thing you get at level 5 again? What was here, level 5 slingshot? Would actually be nice if you had something to knock out stuff faster. I guess you could build a club, and with the club you could increase your damage output and torpor increase while you are on the Draconyx. So just test that out if you guys want to. I hope you liked this video. This was kind of a short one, but as I said before, it's just an early game mount with a bunch of different harvesting choices and a neat little passive. So, I hope you liked this video. See you next time. I'm Fuko. Goodbye.